Hi, today we're going to talk about soft proofing. And basically, what soft proofing does is it allows you to see an image that's somewhat closer to the image that will appear as your print, as opposed to the image that's on your screen. And so that you can get closer with your prints to what you really want rather than what the printer's going to give you. So we're going to begin with a corrected image that was corrected on a calibrated CRT screen. And even if it doesn't look quite right here, it did on the better screen. So let's begin with View, Proof Setup, and go to Custom. Now, the first thing we want to do is get the device to simulate, and that would be our printer and our paper. So it brings up the Profiles folder, and then we're going to find the 2400 Premium Luster Best Photo. And there it is right there. And then I am going to go back to perceptual, although we can see the difference on that, and we leave the black point compensation on. Now, what we really want to do here is look and see what's happened already with the preview. And you can see that it's lightened up some of the sky area a little bit, but it really hasn't done too much. And we can try it with relative colorimetric, and you can see it brings those areas down a little bit. We can try it without black point compensation, and it doesn't really change it too much. And I think it's so subtle that I'm just going to leave it at perceptual, which is my normal way of doing things. Although some people end up using about 50% perceptual and 50% relative colorimetric. The other two you don't really use at all, at least not for soft proofing. So we're going to say, well, before we leave here, though, we're going to simulate black ink, and you can see how that makes all of the colors, all the blacks lighter. So that's something we can deal with when we try to correct the soft proof. And then we display the paper color, and you can see how it just brings down all of the highlights. And it actually turns it blue a little bit. So we're going to say OK to this. And you can see here that we're in the um, previewed view of the proof. And so now what we want to do is make a duplicate. So it's image duplicate, and we make a copy of it. Should look about the same, although I have a feeling that this does not have the, you can see now it has the, and there it doesn't. And we want to leave the new one so it doesn't, but we want to be able to view both of them on the screen as well. So we want to view window arrange and tile horizontally. And then we want a window arrange match zoom and location. And that way, when we're on one, it should move the other one as well. Guess it's all right. Well, we can go to the important part of our photograph here, and we can see that the one that has the profile is now significantly darker. It's also bluer. The greens don't show up. So the first thing we really need to do to this one is to bring a curves layer on top, add new adjustment layer, curves, and I think the most important thing to do here is to bring the skin tones up. I'm just going to see where they are on this image here. You can see that they're down below middle gray, and these are significantly above middle gray. So I want to basically raise these areas to match the bottom, and I've pretty much done that. Now, is it still cool in the shadows? No, it's actually pretty close. So I'm not really going to do anything else to this particular image, except now to turn off the masking. And you can see now it appears somewhat lighter and higher contrast with the curve adjustment. This is what it did. This is how that affected it. Alright, so now we have this, and we simply go and print this. And that's all.